Hello everyone. So this is one of the most beautiful sections that I've come across in the Sahyadris in the Western Ghats. Now I'm here in the month of December 2022. The plan is to speed hike some 350 kilometers through various forts and through various wildlife sanctuaries. Episode by episode I'll be sharing my experiences, and through these vlogs I'll also tell how you can do these hikes on your own. So let's begin episode number 1. So we will be hiking from Katraj all the way to the fort of Raigad. And the plan for day 1 is to do Katraj to Sinhagad. Day 2 we will be hiking down the Sinhagad fort, hitch a ride for the road distance and reach the base village of the next fort, which is Raigad. And from there is a beautiful trail all the way till the village of Bhatti. That should be day 2. And then after that we will keep moving further through the Boratiya Chinal and the Railing Plateau, and we will try and reach to the base of Raigad. And then on the last day, day 4, we will be climbing up the Raigad fort, and that's where the trek number 1, almost a 80-kilometer long range trek excluding the road sections, will come to an end. So let's start day 1. So exactly 3 p.m. and we are starting our hike. This is the Katraj to Sinhagad. Today is 12th of December. We have 5 individuals going super light. We are quite lucky with the weather. I feel it's not sunny, and Katraj to Sinhagad is a famous hike. People usually do it at night. This is day 1. You can see the beautiful city of Pune, and here we are on the Katraj to Sinhagad ridge, and this is also the new tunnel, the straight road that you see in the center of the frame. We are hiking up nicely. We have done some 1.5 kilometers in 30 minutes. And I think December is quite a good month to hike. It could be super hot during the day, but the evenings could be nice and pretty. We are a group of 5 individuals, and we have packed everything that we need. We are still super light. Here we have Mr. Swapnil. Hi. From Pune with a super small backpack which has a sleeping bag, a pair of clothes, food, yeah, and water, something that we are not going to get on these trails. And the benefit of hiking here post monsoon is that everything is super dry, because there are small tiny stones that can roll, so just have to be a little careful. Nicely get down. Yeah, we are done with our first 4 kilometers. We were there, and see how it's one hill after the other. I think the locals have burnt the fields here. Has to be some reason. This is such a nice trail to walk, to hike, to run. Why? Chalo, let's do this. Everything is super dry in the month of December. No water sources. Twigs and shrubs all turned yellow. The trees are still green, But yeah, the grass is all dried up. We are here on 12th of December 2022. Nice and easy trail to follow. Nice and easy. Yeah, you can run through the flats, you can speed hike through the ascents and descents. Protect your knees, protect your ITBs. Take it nice and slow. It's one hill after the other, up and down and up and down. And since it is more or less a ridge line, you can nicely have these sections in between two hills which are flat. You nicely run on these. Good for practice. We have the beautiful colors of autumn. The fall season is at its end, and this is the advent of winters, so the trails will become much drier now. Less availability of water on the trails. Nice. Take the climbs up nice and slow. We have done some 7.3 kilometers in the last 2 hours 10 minutes, hoping to experience a beautiful sunset. And the fort of Sinhagad is in our line of sight now. Looks nice and pretty. And as the day sort of progresses, the heat reduces and it becomes nice and easy to walk. And K2S is definitely one of the most beautiful trails on which beginners can start hiking in the state of Maharashtra. And that is Sinhagad. You can see some electricity towers on the top. That's basically the fort, and the total distance will be approximately 15 kilometers. Right. A unique species of bulls grazing through the landscapes here in Maharashtra. Yeah, so descending down and climbing up, you can see one co-trekker there and the other two are there. Nice. We are here on a Monday, 12th of December, so not finding anybody on the trail. Super peaceful landscape. Now, some 20 minutes away, at a distance of 1.5 kilometer, there is a road. That's where the hike would end, and then we'll have to walk on the road for a while to reach the fort of Sinhagad. So I'll sort of quickly get down to the road head, and I'll wait for my co-trekkers there, and then from There we all can do the road section together, reach the fort. The aim is that we'll camp there, but we are not carrying any tents with us because it's not required. The season is almost in between autumn and winter, so we should be fine. It is not going to rain, so we're just carrying our sleeping mats and sleeping bags and quilts, and that should be, you know, more than enough to sleep under the open sky. So here are the statistics: 12k in the last 3.5 hours, 6:30 p.m. So that's when the day sort of ends, the sun sets, and it is dark enough that you'll be needing your head torches to hike. But yeah, we are done with day 1. We are covering the last 2 kilometers in the dark, and it's on a road, so not much of an issue. We will soon reach Sinhagad, another 20 minutes or so. Last man is here. Good day. Yeah. Good day. Good day. Better. We got company. Meow. Yeah, so guys, time to close the statistics. This is 14.7 kilometers in 4.5 hours. 7:38 p.m. we have reached Sinhagad, and you can also see the lights in the villages below. We'll quickly go and eat some food. Oh, so I guess thanks to Neil, he's the one who packed all of this while he was at Katraj.
Bindi is good.
Bindi is really nice. So there's a water tank here at Sinhagad, and usually there's a bucket and a rope, but somebody took it. So luckily we had a very little paracord. So guys, you can sleep in the temple also if you're in a smaller group, and you can even charge your devices. So that's my phone charging, and this is actually quite warm, like really warm as compared to this area which has good wind. So there are few things that we did for this hike. First thing was that we sort of cut the sleeping mat into half. We thought that we'll keep the mat just underneath our upper body because it is not going to be that cold. Secondly, Josefa also designed a super light, you know, quilt which is lighter than the -4 version. This one is rated for approximately +10. And then to protect ourselves from some insects and bugs, we have this 180 gram weight bivy sack. This actually would cover up your sleeping bag. So this is how you would go inside. So right now we are experimenting that if it is not that cold, if we can just wear a fleece and not use the quilt actually, and then just get inside the sack, how cold or warm it will be, can we survive through the night. So this would be like an ultra light version of gear for hiking in the Western Ghats. So the time is 9:50 p.m. We'll call it a day. Sure, good night. Stephen, good night.
Good night.
Good night, good night. See you tomorrow. So this is the Raigad to Torna Fort climb. You can see the Raigad Fort there in the backdrop. Good to do this section in the month of December.